This. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me sign out. So how many of you know about Databricks Community Edition?
I don't know, sir.
So you are aware of it, right?
No, I just know the name, but I don't know about like.
Yeah. So first, for few days, what we will do. So because you already know, so ADF free Azure account, it gives free trial for Databricks only for 15 days. So after 15 days, you will not able to access Databricks. That's why what we will do. So for Python, PySpark, and Databricks, everything we will use Databricks Community Edition only. So where it is free for lifetime. So that that Databricks Community Edition, it is a community edition, not specific to Azure or AWS or GCP. So any data engineer can work on it. So if you log into Microsoft Azure, and if you create Databricks, that is Microsoft, I mean Azure Databricks. But this one is created by Databricks itself. So anyone can use, and it is lifetime free. And you can create clusters, and you can schedule the jobs. Everything we can do. So whatever we do on Azure Databricks, that we can do. For first few classes, we don't need Azure Databricks. Okay. So for how many of you have access to Azure Databricks? I mean, so are you using free subscription or pay as you go? If you are using pay as you go, if you have free subscription, you can use Azure Databricks. But if those candidates who are using pay as you go account, then you will be charged, right? So why to waste our money? So you can use Databricks Community Edition. Just you need to give your email ID. You will get some code, one six digit code. Then you can work on the Databricks Community Edition. So their first few days will be, let me show you the course structure. If you have anything other than this, you can inform me that I can include. So are you able to see this PDF?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Mm, yeah. So for first 1 week, I mean first 6 hours, we will discuss on Python. So many of you know Python basics, but some of you don't know, right? That's why. So what we will do, we will discuss basics of Python for first 6 hours. So where we will cover what is Python, how to create. I mean, so now we don't need any setup, right? Okay, admit. Yeah. So now we don't need any setup for Python, because Python, we can use Databricks for, because you are going to work on Databricks, right? So we will create one notebook for Python. So we will practice Python only on Databricks itself. We don't use Google Colab or Visual Studio or Jupyter notebooks. We don't use those, because for first 6 days we will discuss Python, but you will be familiar with Databricks also. That's why. So I am not using any other tool for Python. So I will use Databricks only. So where we will cover what are the variables, how to use indentation, and how to use comments, and then data types, what are the operators. These all. So these all and we will discuss morely on list, tuples, and dictionary, which are in Databricks also. So in real time also, the data will be in form of list or tuples or dictionaries. So we will discuss all these three, and also sets. And we will discuss uh, control statement, like if and else statement, for and while loops. And then what we will discuss, yeah, so how to create functions, user defined functions in Python. Those we will, up to those we need. So those we will discuss in Python. So it is for 6 hours. Then so 1 hour session will be on architecture, Spark architecture, and so why we call this, what is this new language PySpark. So you maybe for first 6 hours we are discussing Python, then PySpark. So what is the difference between Python and PySpark? So both are same or not, that we will discuss. And Spark architecture also we will discuss. Databricks architecture also we will discuss. Okay. Then next 6 hours will be how to create data frames, how to read real-time data. So maybe it will be in CSV file or JSON file or a Parquet or ORC file. So how to read the data and how we can write the data. So how to read and write and how to create data frames and Spark architecture and data bricks architecture. Second week. Third week will be only for data transformation, which is main part of data this PySpark. Why we are using Databricks? Databricks we are using mainly for transformation, right? So third week will focus on transformation of the data. So we will have some data. So how we can use some transformation. We have many transformations. We will discuss everything. So fourth week we will discuss on how to create tables. What are internal tables? What are external tables? How to create them, and delta live tables also we will discuss. And then how we can connect from different services to Databricks. I mean, data maybe even ADLS. So how to connect with from Databricks to this storage accounts. Data maybe from tables, database. I mean Azure SQL database. How we can connect from Databricks to Azure database. So in the ADF we have link service. We can use link service and we can connect to different services from ADF. But in Databricks we don't have specific connectors like link service. 1 minute. Yeah. So we have to use mount points. We have to create mount points for ADLS, and we have to use JDBC connector to connect to SQL database. These we will discuss in fourth and fifth week. So this is the course structure. If you have anything other than this, we can discuss. Maybe we will discuss Unity catalog. And yeah, so next out, yeah, the CI/CD process also we will discuss. So this is the course structure. So if you want, I will share it in our WhatsApp group. Go through this course structure. If you have anything, I mean, I covered maximum in real time, whatever we discussed that I have covered. If anything is there, so you are free. So you can freely ping me. So Gopi, add this. So we want this one also. We can add. So go through this once. I will share it in our WhatsApp group. If you have anything else, then you can inform me that I will include. This is the
Uh,
yeah, high level. Yeah. So someone is saying something. Yeah.
yeah, Gopi, Raki this side, Vicky this side.
Okay. 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 Yes.
So Gopi, actually I'm a bit confused of the data break because lots of the difference, like main difference of the ADF and Databricks. What is the main difference of that? And mainly used for Databricks for using for Python or data PySpark. So
That.
actually
Mhm.
I'm trying to learn Databricks individually like self. So but not be clear of picture of that Databricks.
Okay. Okay.
So ADF part is clear, but not be clear of Databricks. So
Okay.
I'm not sure like how to analyzing this information, all the thing picture I not be clear. And main
Okay.
thing is Databricks is a very like if talking about the payment wise, so like
It
free
is very
one.
expensive.
Yeah, it's a very expensive. So how to like create the project and this type of stuff I can create and how to work so that I can learn that. So
Yes,
be-
yes, I will explain. Now, maybe I thought of explaining it in second week. So first
Hmm.
week will be Python fundamentals, but no problem. So we can discuss it for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
So
So
database work on Python or PySpark. Yeah, both.
Databricks, yes, yes, yes. It is So Databricks is built upon, so top on PySpark, Apache
Okay.
PySpark. Okay,
Okay.
so we have this PySpark coding, right? So it is nothing but we are using. So Databricks itself built on top of Spark architecture. So we are using Python on top of it, right? That's why it is PySpark, Python plus Spark. So
Okay.
this PySpark is nothing but Python API.
Actually, I'm trying to learn things, but actually lots of difficulty for understand the main thing. Actually, lots of different company requirement of Python or PySpark. So both are a different language as they are.
No, no,
So
no. Mm. let me show you. So maybe I thought of explaining it in second week. Okay, no problem. I can show you.
Okay.
This will be the Databricks environment. Okay.
Okay.
So at the end of class, we will come to know everything. So let me start with, okay. Otherwise, you are having some.
Just give me the high level of architecture so
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
can understand.
Yes,
So
yes. Understood. So in data, so ADF is mainly used for data extraction or data loading. Okay, so because we can usually connect to other services using data factory, Azure Data Factory. We have link services, right? So we can easily connect to other services, and it is mainly used for data orchestration. I mean ingestion of data, and we have ETL, right? ETL means ETL. So Databricks is ETL tool, and ADF also ETL tool. So we can do extraction, transformation, loading using only using ADF. But transformation, if you have million of records, or if you have 100 GB or 200 GB of data, so it is very difficult to process using ADF. So we don't have don't have any coding in a data factory, right? So we don't have that cluster also. So where in Databricks, yeah. So Databricks is built on top of Apache Spark. So where it can do the transformation, million records transformation in microseconds. But if you do the same thing in ADF, it may take 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah, we can do transformation in ADF also. Okay, so he has covered, Shankar has covered that data flows and control flows, right? So you can use joins, you can use select, and you can use some stored procedure, and you can write some code, and also you can use script, and you can write some code, and you can operate in ADF. But it doesn't have like PySpark. So this Spark Apache is inbuilt in memory processing tool. So okay, so in memory processing tool means, so we don't read and write data to the storage disk. I mean, we don't. The data which we process, it will be inside the random access memory only. So we don't read and write it to the other external devices, external storage accounts in Databricks. Whereas in ADF, so you have to store the data in some external storage, and that latency will be high. Latency, right?
yes. Latency.
So latency will be high. Latency means the time required for doing the work. So it will be high in ADF. So whereas in Databricks, we have a PySpark, right? So in this PySpark, we will have some compute. Here, so it is, okay. So I already created this cluster. Tomorrow I will show you. Whenever we discuss, not tomorrow, maybe on next Monday, we will discuss this everything, PySpark architecture, and so Databricks architecture also. Here we have one driver node, and we have many worker nodes. So whenever you assign some task, so this driver node will divide the work to the worker nodes. I mean executors. They will divide. What they will do. So driver node will assign the some work to worker nodes. They will perform that action, and they will give the output back to the driver node. We don't have this kind of. Oh man.
Yeah.
Are you able to hear? Hello?
Yeah, we lost
Yes,
your voice actually in
Yes,
middle of this.
because yeah. So today I don't know. So today we have here it is raining and no power,
Okay.
and I'm connected to mobile hotspot. That's why it is there. No problem. So yes. So we will have driver and executor nodes. So and this driver will allocate some work to
Share
worker
your
node.
screen, Gopi.
What?
Share your screen. I think we can see your name only. Black screen.
Okay.
And recording is also okay.
It's running actually, but
Now it is okay.
Yes.
Recording. Okay. Recording it is there. Yeah.
One more thing, question, Gopi. So anyhow, any reason, like any trial version is there? Like ADF only 1 month is trial version is there. You can like
That's what I
use
am saying.
just.
That's
Hmm.
what this community. You can go to this. You can type like Databricks Community Edition. So it is lifetime free. So you can perform any. We can perform all actions using this Databricks Community Edition. I mean, we can store the files and we can play around data. We can create data frames. We can do everything. But the only problem is we cannot connect to other services. Like we cannot connect to ADLS. We cannot connect to this Azure SQL database. But for first 2 to 3 weeks now, so we don't require Azure Databricks. You can use this free trial of Databricks Community Edition only. So it will we have everything. We can create notebooks
Okay.
and you can create your you can create we can create everything and we can import the data. So here, so if you want to import some files, we have Databricks file system. So in this file system, we can upload some files and we can read this data from here. We can read this data, whatever files you uploaded. So we can read to our Databricks and we can play around on it. We can that's why. So for first 2 to 3 weeks, we don't require Azure Databricks. We can use this community edition itself. So it has everything except connectivity to other services. We have everything. So I suggest you to work on. So for Python also, don't use any other tools like Google Colab or Jupyter or Visual Studio Code or Python. This one. So just use this Databricks only. In Databricks also, we can practice Python. So if you open any notebook, here you can see what are the languages it has. It has Python, it supports Python, it supports SQL, and it supports Scala and it supports R. But mostly we will use Python only, PySpark coding only. And then whenever we are operating on some tables or writing data to Azure tables, then we can use SQL. So SQL will be used whenever we are working on tables. Okay. Okay, so if you are okay with it, then we can start the actual sessions. I mean, first we will start Python basics, and then we will move to PySpark
So
and
I have a
Databricks.
question
Yes, yes.
on this side. Yeah, will you show the optimization and then caching, the persist, broadcast, all those things?
Yes, yes. We will discuss everything. So that's why go through this. I will share this course structure with
Yeah,
you.
please, please.
Yeah. So in after this session, I will share this in our WhatsApp group. You can go through this. So if I miss anything, you can tell me. So we can add those topics at the end.
Yeah, sure, thank you.
I hope I included everything. So if anything we miss, we can include, no problem. Yeah. If you have prior knowledge to Databricks, it is well and good. If you don't have also, no problem. So we'll discuss everything. First, I will discuss Python. So can anyone tell? So yeah. So what? Okay. Power is up. Give me one. Yeah.
Gopi, just one doubt. This community edition is lifetime free, or
Yes,
this
community
even
edition is lifetime
month or
free.
2
Yes,
months?
yes, yes. The only problem is I already
Fine.
created this compute. Otherwise, I can show you. So the only problem with
Okay,
Databricks Community Edition is daily you have to create this cluster. Just to go to this compute,
okay.
click on this compute, and here, so you will have one option, create compute. Okay. So create here you will I already created compute.
Okay.
That's why it is not enabled. You can click on this, but don't. So now the latest version of this Spark is Databricks version is 16.3, but it won't support because it is free trial, right? It won't support 16. It will support 12. So for us, no problem. If it is 12 or 13 or something, no
Okay.
problem. So check this 12.2 only. Click on 12.2 runtime version. So it will work. It is lifetime free and you can access to it anytime. So I mean, it is lifetime free. So
Okay.
one minute.
Got it.
1 minute. Okay, guys. So if you have any questions, we can have this question session for next 5 minutes. Otherwise, we can start our regular class. I will start with Python. If you have prior Python knowledge, well and good. If you don't know also, no problem. So for data engineer, we don't require core Python. So we require only, so what are the structure? I mean, data structures we require, what are strings, how strings will perform. So how we can use strings and numerical data types. I mean, float, integer, and complex numbers. And so are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Gopi. Yeah, Gopi.
Everything's clear.
Okay, thank you. So next, what I'm saying. Yeah, so in Databricks, the main topic is data structures. I mean, we have sequential data structures, right? List, tuples, and dictionaries. Those are very important. And then how to create UDF, I mean, user-defined function, how to create function, that also I will discuss. And next, the loops. So for loop and while loop and if and else, how they will work. That if you know up to this, it is more than enough. The data transformation, I mean, transformation part and PySpark coding and everything we will discuss in second lecture. It is not related to Python. Don't confuse about Python or PySpark. Both are same or different. So both are same. Python, we will use Python. If you open some notebook also, here it will show Python language only. Okay, so here the default language is Python only. So why it is called as PySpark? Because so this Databricks is built on top of Apache Spark. So we are using Python. So that's why it is PySpark coding. That's it. Python plus Spark. So we will discuss what is Spark, what is Apache Spark, and what is this PySpark, what is Databricks. Everything we will discuss in next Monday. That architecture, and it will take 2 hours. I will explain everything because in interviews they will ask you more. They will ask you about this architecture only. So interview they will ask Spark architecture and Databricks architecture. That's why I will spend 2 hours on this architecture only. So if everything is good, if you don't have any question, then we can start our session. Now my internet is also stable.
Yeah, Gopi. Everything is clear. You can go first. Go ahead.
Please share document in Drive. So which document you are asking, Ishwar? That is course structure only, na? So that is course structure. If you want, I can share it in group also, no problem. I don't have any problem. But what you are saying, you guys have aren't, you already, that AD Databricks. Okay, so I will ask Varshini to create separate, this one, separate folder. Otherwise, Shashanka is sharing ADF modules in one group, na? To that same group, I will upload. So what you want? Can I create a separate, can I ask Varshini to create separate list, separate folder, or you want me to upload inside the Sri folder?
I think Gopi, separate folder is
Separate folder is fine. Yeah.
Because
Do one thing.
that one will be for only for ADF, and you can use this folder for Databricks.
Yeah, that's good actually. Maybe
Okay.
if possible, you can create a folder in that session group. Maybe this data.
Okay, I will ask
related,
Varshini.
maybe you can,
I will ask
okay.
Varshini to create one separate folder for Databricks.
Hi,
Which is
Gopi.
feasible for that one. Maybe you can
Hi.
create the
And please add the topic name also.
Okay. So module
Topic
not,
name
not
to
like
that
ADB1,
video.
ADB2.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I used to follow the same. So whenever I discuss some topic, so I will add those topic names as module name. Okay, so if everything is good, if you don't have any confusion or if you don't have any queries, then we can start the session. So we already, so 40 minutes completed, but no problem. It is first session, right? So for many people, I am new. So that's why it will take 1 or two sessions, but don't worry. So I will cover everything. So if you have anything if you have personally, so if you Gopi cover this topic, I am ready to cover those topics. It is very important. It is art of the data engineering. Databricks is heart of the data engineering, because ADF In ADF, we don't do any transformations. If minor transformations are there, then we can do. But this Databricks tool is used only for data processing. Okay. So that in encryption and loading, we will use ADF only. But for transformations, we use this Databricks every day. So we will have some transformation. We will have some something to do. So we use Databricks only. Okay. So it is very important service in Azure. Azure. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I don't provide any notebooks because if you want, I can share these notebooks with you, but I don't provide any notebook. I mean, any theoretical concept or this one, I don't provide. If you want, you can ping me on WhatsApp 1-to-1. Okay. I mean, notes kind of thing or PDF kind of thing, I don't provide. But if you want, what I can do, I can search online and I will provide you. Okay, so can anyone tell me, so what is programming language? Yeah, so we are humans. So how we will communicate? We will communicate. So I am communicating with you using English language, right? Because some of you don't know Telugu, some of you don't know, don't understand Hindi, some of you don't understand Malayalam. So we are using one language which is international language, that is English. So to communicate with humans, we are using a language. So to communicate with computer also, we need one language, right? That is programming language. So we have many languages: Python, Java, C++, and C, Scala. So many languages are there. But why we are using? So why the modern trend and everywhere? So now Python is more popular. Okay, so forget about other domains. Why it is very popular for data side? Because so data scientists, so in data team, how many people will we will have? So data engineers, data ops guys, and data analyst, and data scientists, data architect. So so you take any role, so all everyone will use Python only. So it is unified language, unified. So and also, so why Databricks is so popular? Because so data engineers will use this for doing transformations and creating tables, and this data analyst guys also they will use it for creating their dashboards, and data scientist guys will use Databricks to create their models and recommendations. So for so that's why, so this is unified, so it is useful for, it is used by everyone, so in the data team. That's why the Databricks is so popular, and Python also so popular, because everywhere, so data scientist he will use for creating his models, he will use Python only. I mean, core Python he will use, and for machine learning also we use Python only. For AI also we are using Python only. For data processing also we are using Python. So that's why Python is more popular, because it is everywhere for data engineer. So I mean, not data engineer, for data team, it is Python is everywhere. That's why it is more popular. Okay. And yeah, so, and one more thing, it is very easy to use and learn. So it is Python language is like English script, right? That's why it is more, it is very user friendly, and it is very it is what we can say. Yeah, so it is more user friendly, we can say, and it is like English scripting. That's why it is more popular. And then so it has Python has more I mean, rich ecosystem of libraries, and means it has more inbuilt libraries. If you want to perform some math operations, you can import math libraries and you can perform. If you want to use, if you are working on some date functions, you can import inbuilt date functions and you can use them. So we have rich collection of libraries in Python. That's why it is more popular, for at least for data team. And then for Databricks, why it is more popular? Because in notebooks, for creating notebooks, 1 minute. Here you can see in Databricks, it is Databricks platform. So let me create one separate notebook, then you can understand. To create separate notebook, yeah. Python 1. So here you can see first it is called as cell. So connect to compute. So in the ADF you will have integration runtime, right? So you to operate to connect with any a service or to perform anything. So we need integration runtime. It is like complete infrastructure, right? So in Databricks also we have that kind of this one. It is cluster. So we have to create cluster, and then we have to attach that cluster to the here. So we will discuss how to create cluster, what is cluster, so what is driver node, what is a worker node, how it will perform. So everything we will discuss in maybe second week or third week. So so you can go to compute and you can create this one, attach. This is called as notebook. So this total everything is called as workspace. So inside workspace we can create. So let me come to here. So this is workspace. So click on this workspace and come to users, and so it is automatically created. So under this user you can create some notebooks. Okay, let me, where is Python 1? So now, just now I created this one, right? So in Visual Studio Code or Google Colab, so so we don't have structure like cells. So here maybe you are performing some transformation. It may be reading file. So first cell will be for reading. So you will create some data frame and you will read the data, and it is only for reading file. Then if you have some transformation, then this cell will be for transformation data. So you can transform the data, and you can you use other cell for this one, loading. So you may load the data. So you read the data and you perform the some transformation, and the so whatever the requirement we have, that it is fulfilled. Then we have to load this data to somewhere. I mean, maybe to ADLS or SQL database. So we can use. So it is like well structured, right? So here, maybe first cell we can use for importing libraries. If we have some libraries, we can import all the libraries here. So we don't have this kind of structure in other tools. So this also makes Databricks popular. So and here, if you click here, you can see a table of contents. So if you want to go to transformation directly, you can click on transformation, and you can see the code, and you can see the logic what they have written, and you can execute this. So this kind of this is the workspace, and this is the workspace. Under this workspace, you can create notebooks. Under notebook also, we can use cells to differentiate between what function you are using and what work you are doing. So we can create different cell for different work, and you can see the table of contents here. And this one, this catalog is used for creating. So if you create some tables, delta tables, we can create, right? Internal delta tables. So internal delta tables we can store inside this catalog. So it is on top of Databricks, right? So if you have some important tables or important files, so this Databricks file system means we can store some libraries or some jar files which are very important. Then we will store inside this Databricks file system. If you have some important tables to store, then we can store them in this catalog. So tables we will store inside Database tables, files we will store inside this Databricks file system. So this whenever you require, latency should be low, and some important files are there, so they have to be read very quickly. Then we will store them here. Otherwise, we can store them inside ADLS or here where Azure tables. These workflows we will use. This is free version, right? That's why we are not able to see this workflows. Workflows is nothing but in ADF we have triggers, right? Schedule trigger and tumbling window trigger, event triggers. We have many triggers, right? So we will use triggers to schedule our pipelines like that. So we can create some jobs here, and workflows is nothing but some jobs. We will create some jobs and we can schedule them. So at what time it has to run, so we can schedule them. That is workplace. And compute is nothing but this one, creation of cluster. We have two clusters. We will discuss in detail them in second or third week. So all-purpose cluster and job compute. So this all-purpose cluster compute is so it is live for 24 hours. So you will be charged more if you use this all-purpose cluster. So if you are using if you have real-time processing of data, then we will use this all-purpose compute. So this job compute. So whenever we use job compute, so whenever that pipeline or job is executed, that time only this compute will be activated. So whenever that pipeline is job is completed, then it will be shut down. So whenever we have scheduled jobs, then we can use this job compute. So in this, if you use job compute, then cost will be low because it will be activated. I mean, it will be active only if the job or pipeline is running. So in remaining time, it will be terminated. So charge will be less. This all-purpose cluster means it is awake 24 hours. So you will be charged more. So it will be used whenever we have real-time processing. Okay, these are the 5 components in this. Okay, next Python one, right? Do you have any doubts? So what is workspace? Workspace is nothing but everything. So how to create notebooks, how to create this workflows, how to store some Delta tables or files. So everything is under workspace only. So inside workspace, so today what we are going to do, so we will create one notebook, so where we can discuss some Python fundamentals. Okay, so Raghunath is also from our, okay. Okay. Admit. Hi, Raghunath. Raghunath, are you here? Raghunath. Where can we see pending requests? Where is Raghunath? Okay.
We don't see any Raghunath name here under participants.
Okay. 1 minute. Raghunath is not able to join this session. Okay. I'm sharing.
He is trying joining with another team. I think another link. I think.
Wait. Raghunath. Okay. Hi, Raghunath. Raghunath, are you here?
Yeah.
Are you able to hear? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Raghunath. So till now we haven't discussed anything related to Python. So you can hear the first 20 to 30 minutes of this recording. So just some candidates have some doubts, queries related to Databricks. That we have discussed. So actual class we haven't discussed till now. Okay, maybe for next 30 to 40 minutes we will discuss actual this one.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
So can anyone explain me what is the main, so why we use Python? So why it is most popular? So we are missing one thing. So it is user friendly, beginner friendly. It is okay. It has rich collection of libraries. It is also okay. So it has many inbuilt function. It is also okay. So but so it doesn't have interpreter. So do you know what is interpretation? So compilation. So anyone know about it? Can you explain me?
Like interpretation is like the Python is an interpreter language. Like it will execute the code line by line. Like what we write, that line
So
will execute as it
correct,
is.
correct. So whenever we write some command or some statements, it will execute immediately. But C or Java, what they will do, first they have to compile. So first the code, whatever we have written some code, that will be compiled by system. So it will be converted to system language. So then it will be executed. But it is not. We don't have compilation in Python. So whenever we write, so it will be executed. Okay, so that's why it is very fast also. Okay, yeah. So first topic will be yeah. What we will cover first? Yeah, first one will be indentation. So indentation. So indentation refers to, so okay. So in Databricks, you can use slash this one hash symbol to add comments. Okay. So let me add comments. Indentation refers to the spaces at the beginning of a code line. Okay. So okay, we will discuss in detail about if and else statement. But if you already aware of this statement, no problem. If you don't know, also don't worry. So I will explain in detail about control statement. So let me write some 2 lines of code. If 5 greater than 2. Okay, so if 5 greater than 2, then if I have written some if statement. So this is the condition, this is the if condition, if statement, and this is the condition. So whenever this is true, whatever we write inside this if block, they will be executed. So whenever I enter, so you see here, so it has to be like if I write x equal to y equal to some 3. So whenever I enter so I will be coming to the starting of the this one. But in if statement, if I enter, so it will be taking some 4 or 5 lines of spaces, right? So I guess it will be standardly one tab. One tab means 4 spaces. So here we have to write. If I write, okay, print, if I write like this, print 5 is greater than 2, it will throw error. So if I write, so because indentation error. So indentation error is nothing but whenever you deal with control statements or for loop or while loop or some functions, then we have to give space after these statements. So you can give 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 spaces, no problem. If I give, so I have given only 1 space, right? So then also it will work. So see, 5 is greater than 2. If I give 2 spaces also, it will work. Okay, so 5 is greater than 3. So if I give 3 spaces or 4 spaces, also works. But okay, the problem is you have given 4 spaces now. If I give so 1 space now, what will be happen? Now I given only 1 space. Print some thing like my name is Gopi. What will happen? It will throw indentation error again, because so these two lines, these 2 lines of code is under this if statement, right? So if this is true, these 2 statements will it will execute. But one is, so one line has 4 spaces and second line has only 1 space. That's why. So whatever spaces you are giving, how many spaces you are giving for the first line, you have to give same spaces for every. So whatever the how many lines we have inside this if statement, same. So you same lines of spacing we have to follow. So here I have given 4 spaces, right? 1 space, right? Here, okay, 1 space. So this has 1 space and second line also 1 space. Now we don't have any indentation error. So you understood, right? What is indentation error? So indentation is nothing but so the spaces at the beginning of the code line. So if you have if you don't have any control statements or loops or functions, then no need to follow this indentation. So whenever we have this for loop, while loop or if statement or some function, then we have to follow this indentation. I mean, some statement is some condition is true, so and we are executing some something, then we have to follow this indentation. So this will be, so mainly we have to follow this indentation in control statements and for loop and while loop. And then if you have any some UDF means user defined function, that time we have to follow this indentation. So any doubts in this indentation part? Yeah, so if you don't have indentation doubts in this, we can move to comments. Okay, so what are comments? If you write some, if you are writing some 10 to 100 lines of code, okay, you have some logic, you are writing something. So if you write it without adding some comments, so today you are here, so maybe after 12 months or 2 months or 3 months, you will be leaving this organization. Someone came and that developer won't understand what you have written, right? So that's why we have to add comment. So comments can be, so why we use comments? Because comments can be used to explain Python code. So they will be used to explain the Python code and also code more readable. So if you don't write any comments and if you go on writing something, so we will not understand, right, what logic you are following. So what is the input, what is the output, what transformation you use, why you are using this transformation. So if you provide some comments, then the reader or the developer or someone can understand your logic. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to debug the code. That's why. So why we are using this one? So it will be more readable and you will explain whatever you have written. Okay. Yeah. So this one, here, we will use this as symbol to create comment. Okay. So here x equal to 2, y equal to 3, and print x plus y, right? So it will perform this operation. Okay, if I comment this one, if I comment this one, yeah, if I comment this one, it will throw error. Why it hasn't throw error? Can anyone explain me? Because I commented x equal to 2, still it is giving print x plus y, means it is giving me the answer. Why?
Comment space is
I already commented this one. Okay. So x equal to 2. I commented. Commented means it will, so Python will stop executing this one. Just we will, what it will do. So these comments will be added. It won't execute. It won't read Python won't read this line. So because it is commented. Still, print x, whenever I perform this print x plus y, 5 is printed. Why? Because I already told you. So we have some compute and we have some cluster. So whenever you executed it for the first time, x equal to 2, it is stored inside the cluster. So if what I am going to do, so I am detaching and reattaching now. So now it will throw error. Okay. So now I am running this. It will throw error. What is this x? So name x is not defined. You can see now. So it is commented. That's why name x is not defined. So you understood, right? So whenever you declare some value, some variable to some value, so then cluster will remind that value. So even though you remove it, okay. So now let me show you. X equal to 2, y equal to 3, print x plus y. So it has printed x. Now I am removing, I am deleting it from this. But even though print x plus y, it will print 5. So if I write print x, it will print x equal to 2. Why? It is not there. X is equal to 2. We removed from our notebook. But what is the this one? So in Databricks, what it will do? We have cluster, right? So whenever you type X equal to 2, it will be memorized by cluster. So cluster will in the memory location of X, X equal to 2 is already stored. So inside the memory location, X equal to 2 is already stored. If you delete also, it won't erase. So whenever you clear this cluster, if you detach and reattach, then only it will be removed from that memory. Otherwise, X equal to 2 will be memorized by this cluster for lifetime. So whenever you detach this notebook from the cluster, then only it will be come to actual state. So if I detach this from cluster, it will come to actual state. And whenever you print X, it will be throwing error. So name X is not defined. So you understood, right? So even though we are removing X and this printing this, it is printed. Why? Because so these, whenever we run this code now, so those will be inside the memory of cluster. So whenever you detach it, then only they, even though you remove, they won't remove from the cluster memory. So whenever you detach this notebook from that cluster, then only it will be erased. Okay. So this is one line comment. Okay, this is one line comment. Okay, how can we use maybe this X equal to 2 is input. So X equal to 2 is one input, Y equal to 3 is other input, Z equal to X plus Y, maybe my Z is Y output. So how other developers will know? That's why we need to add comments like hash X is input, hash Y is output. No, Y is other input, and Z is output. You can write like this. This is called as multi-line comments. If you write everything in one statement, so you can write now. So X is input, Y is other input, and Z is output. So this is called as, if you remove everything, this is called as single line comment. If you write multi-lines, so if you have something to write, then they are called as multi-line comments. Okay, so we have a docstring comment. Docstring comment means, so inside 3 quotes, okay, we will explain everything. So you have something to describe about this transformation or this notebook, then you will write like in this notebook, X is first input, Y is second input, and Z is summation of both inputs. And if you have something, you write something. You have some description about some transformation, or you are explaining what you have did. So then, if I run this, what will happen? So it will treat it as, okay. What it will treat? So the Databricks or Python, the Databricks will treat it as what? String only. I mean, not string. No, not string. It will treat it as comment only. Okay. So we will use, this is single line comment. This is multi-line comment. If you have something, if you write something here and something here, these are called as multi-line comments. This is if you write inside some. If you use single quotes of three single quotes here, and ending also 3 quotes here, 3 single quotes here. If you write anything between this, it will also be treated as what? Comment only. This is called as docstring or string type comment. Okay. So if I assign it to some variable, okay, what is the difference now? So if I assign it to the some variable a equal to this one. Now what Python will do? So it will, this everything will be assigned. This everything will be considered as string and will be assigned to a. So if I write print a, if I display print a, so it will display this one. So this is nothing but string value. So if we assign inside these 3 strings, you can use single quotes or double quotes, 3 double quotes here and 3 double quotes here. So it will be comment only. So if you have some description of this notebook or something, if you want to describe, if you want to execute Python, this Databricks as string, then you have to this everything has to be surrounded by 3 single quotes or three double quotes. It will be doc string only. Doc string, it is comment only. So if you assign it to some variable, so if you some b, now b equal to this, print b. Okay, print b, and I have to run this b. Now, so whenever we assign it to this b, now it will become string. So whenever I print b, so whatever value I given here, string value, that will be displayed here. You understood, right? What is the difference between this one? So if you don't assign it to this text surrounded by three single quotes or double quotes, it will be comment. If we assign it to some variable, then it will become string. Okay. This is also string. One line. This is also string. Some c equal to this. Okay, c equal to this. Okay, eval. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. The problem is it should be 1 minute. Hmm. Okay, this is string. Single quotes, inside this double quotes, we have some string value. Print c, it is string. Okay, it is also string. It is displayed here. If you give three dots here and here also three, then run it. No problem. This is also string. You understood, right? Now the difference. So if you give single this single double quote and single double quote surrounded by some value, and if you give three double quotes and three double quotes also, no problem. Both are treated as string only. If you assign it to some value, so both are treated as string, and it will display string value whatever we given. If you don't give it to any value, so then it will be like doc string. It is like comment. Any confusion or any question about comments? And also we can use comments here also. I mean, you have written some x equal to 2 here, so here we can add comment here also. X is input. I am removing everything. Okay, x is input. Here also you can write y is input. Here also you can write z is output. So these are called as inline comments. So okay, and then print jet. So print jet 5. So 5 is displayed, right? So these are called as inline comments. You are writing some command and you are writing some programming. Then you are in the same line you are adding comment. So this is called as inline comment. If you write comment itself slash something here, this is called as comments. And if you have writing some two or three continuously comments, they are called as multi-line. And if you write comments inside the code, so that is called as inline comment. And if you write some description or you have some lengthy description of the notebook, if you write inside three double quotes or three single quotes, that is called as docstring comments. Any doubts till now in about inline comments and indentation? Yeah, 1 minute, guys.
No, Gopi.
Okay, 1 minute. తరుణ్ ఇంకా క్లాస్ అయిపోలేదు అది ఇంకా ఉంది ఇంకో హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ మా ఇంటి దగ్గర ఉన్నావా వస్తాను 1 minute, guys. Okay. Next one. Okay, variables. So what are variables? What are variables? Variables are containers for storing data values. Okay, so here what we are doing, so we are assigning some values, right? X equal to 2, y equal to 3. So x and y are variables. Okay, x is one variable, y is other variable, z also some other variable. Okay, so what we are saying, values are containers for storing data values. Okay, so data may be text type data, numerical data, maybe it will be sequential type data. So whatever the data it may be, so they will store. So variables will store the store that data. So data types we will discuss. What are the data types we have? So everything we will discuss maybe tomorrow. So these variables, they will do, they will store the data inside them. Okay. Yeah, so maybe in C language and SQL, we have to declare the type of the data, right? Okay, so I mean, whenever you are using SQL, so if you write create table and create table inside this ID, so ID you have to give ID as data type you have to provide, right? Name, varchar. So like this you have to provide. But in Python, so we don't declare the data type. Okay, so Python. Okay, so then how it will know? So we are not declaring this data type. So in C language we will declare, right, like C int, like C int, uh, like this we will declare. But in Python we don't declare variables. So the data type will be inferred. So Python will interpret the data type itself. If I give x equal to 3, and we know how to print this data type. So we have type function. So and we have type function in Python. So print type of x. If you run this command, what it will do? So x equal to 3, we know. So x equal to 3 is integer. So we haven't declared any data type till now. But Python will automatically infer the schema. So it infer the schema. It given schema type. So what is the type of this x? Integer. If you change this one, x equal to Gopi, what it will do? So now it is string, right? So now see, so it is displaying string type. So Python has the ability, it will automatically infer the schema whenever you declare the variable. So it will automatically infer itself. So it will infer the schema, and it will store the schema inside it. Whenever you display the type of this schema, it will show you. But in other languages, we have to enforce. I mean, we have to forcefully give the schema. Otherwise, they won't work. So if you don't give schema in while creating tables in SQL, so they will they create? No, right? So we have to provide the data type, right? Schema is nothing but what is schema? Can anyone explain? Because you already completed ADF course, right? What is schema? Guys, are you there?
It is the structure in which we are storing things like uh, SQL database, like how the tables are defined, how the tables are connected to each other, like all the database design and all schemas.
It is okay, but in short, I want schema is nothing but the
Structure of the
column
object.
name, yeah, column name and its data type. So schema includes everything, but in short, it is column field name and data type. That is the schema. Schema of the table means what are the columns, how many columns are there, so what is the type of those columns. That is the schema. So it will infer the schema. So Python itself infer the schema, and it will give you that data type. Okay. Yeah, how this variables is created means, So the moment you declare the moment you created the variable, so that time they are created. Okay, a variable. So a variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. So whenever, so if I create, so if I create some variable, if I don't assign anything to it, then a variable is not created. Whenever you created, so whenever you write variable name and you assign some value, first value to it, that time the variable is created in Python. Okay. Uh, so if I create some variable, so let's say a equal to 2, then print, okay, print a. Okay, it will print a value as 2. Okay, now a equal to some 5. So will it throw error or what it will print? Anyone explain, give the answer? If I print a now, so will it give me the value of 2 or 5, or will it throw error?
It will give 5.
Yeah, so yeah, it will give 5. So why? Because so how many times you assign, so it will take the recent value. So in Python, so you can assign a equal to 2, a equal to 3. So you can what you can assign any number of times. But a equal to 2, if I print here, it will give me 2 only. But here, if I print this value, what it will do? So we have assigned 5 value, right? So now in the A memory location till here 2 is stored. In now in the A memory location now 5 is stored. So it will store the recent value. It will store the recent value you assigned it. So recent value is 5. So if I execute it, it will print 5. Okay. And variables in Python, variables are case sensitive. Okay, case sensitive means a equal to 5, capital A equal to 10. So now print A, print capital A. What it will do? So yeah, so if I print small a, it will be 5. If I print capital A, it will be 10. I mean, so variables are case sensitive. Okay, and but in SQL, variables are, I mean, column names are not case sensitive. If you give, if in SQL, if column name is ID, so ID and ID both are same in SQL. If you verify, so while creating tables, if you give small uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter. It will take both as same. But in Python, it is not like that. They are case sensitive. And so if we assign if we assign more values to it, so what it will take? So it will take recent value. Okay, it won't throw error. So it won't throw error like you assigned this value 4 to 5 times. It is not correct. It won't throw error. It will take recent value assigned. Okay, and yeah, so x equal to 2. Okay, so how to print type of it? Print, we have function type, right? If I print type of this, so x equal to 2, that's why it will print int. So how to typecast it? I mean, how to change the this one data type of this? So in Python we have casting. So if I want to change this one data type string, so you can data cast like this. You can you can apply this function, string function, on top of this 2, then it will change the type. See here, now string type, right? So x equal to 2 is integer, but what I did, I casted, type casting we say. So x equal to string. So string this, yeah. So let me show you this int. This is one function. String, this is one more function. Float, these are inbuilt functions. Okay, so on top of this string function, what I am doing, so inside this string function, so I am assigning 2. So 2 is integer, but whenever you apply this string function on top of this 2, So it will become string type. Okay. 2.0, right? So if we print this one, so 2.0 is float type, right? So if we have float type means whenever we have decimal values, that data type will be float. So if I want to convert it to integer, just apply integer function on top of this 2.0. So till now it is float, right? So how to change this data type? So int of 2.0. So now it will be integer. If I print x value, how it will print? See, print x 2 only. So there is no decimal part, right? Because it is integer now. So if I don't have this one, if I don't apply this integer function on top of 2, so if I run now, so it will display 2.0 only. So whenever I'm typecasting, so I'm using casting function, so integer, so that time it will become integer only. So this decimal part will be discarded. So can I apply string on this? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. String. Yes, string is possible. We can convert it to string. Sure, it is possible. But is it possible to convert? Okay. X equal to gopi. Okay. So x equal to gopi, print a type of x, it is string and it is printed. Can I apply integer or float on top of this? Will it throw error or what it will be? You understood, right? What I'm going to do? What it will display now? Can anyone explain? Anyone answer it?
It will throw an error.
Yeah. So why it will throw error?
No, because string cannot be converted into
Because this
any.
is string value. So integer means, so what are the integers? Integers means minus infinity to plus infinity. So which are whole numbers? Whole numbers means which doesn't have this decimal part. But this is string, right? So we know. So we cannot convert string values to integer. It will throw error. Yeah, invalid literal. Okay. Hmm. So don't worry about integer, float, complex. We will discuss everything whenever we are discussing data types. That time we will discuss everything. So one more thing. Okay. Now x equal to gopi. Okay. Now if I print type of x string and it is displaying gopi. So what if I give single quote? Here single quote and here single quote. Any problem with this? No, because so strings can be surrounded by either single quotes or double quotes. Both are same. So they will perform same. So string type, I mean strings, right? String is nothing but array of characters. So array of characters, Gopi is nothing but it is array of characters of GOPI. So whenever Gopi, this text type is there, so you can use either single quotes or double quotes. We don't have problem. So strings can be surrounded by double quotes or single quotes. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me print my name is, what it will display? My name is Gopi, right? Yeah. So it will display my name is Gopi. Single quotes. If I use single quotes, same, my name is Gopi. What it will do if I give single quote here? Inside single quote, I am one more single quote. What? So will it throw error or it will display my name is Gopi and Gopi with single quotes? Anyone? Any answers?
It will throw an error.
Why?
Because we have multiple single quotes in a single string. If we want to use single string inside any string, we need to wrap up with the double quotes.
Correct, correct. So yeah, if some text is surrounded by single quotes, so you should not use single quotes again inside this. Okay. So instead you can use double quotes here. Okay. It won't throw error now. So yeah, it will print my name is Gopi and Gopi with double quotes. What if I give double quotes here also? Okay. If I give double quotes here also, it will throw error. It goes to see invalid syntax, because if some text is surrounded by double quotes. Inside the double quotes, you should not use again double quotes. Instead, you can use single quote. Okay, you can use single quote here. It won't be a problem. So if some text is surrounded by double quotes, if you use single quote, it is not a problem. It will display my name is Gopi. And how to deal with if I want to so I want to use double quotes inside this one also I want to use double quotes. So how to use this? So we have escaping characters. So that time I will discuss with you. So how to avoid this situation? If I print this one now, it will throw error. So how to deal with this type of issues? We will discuss maybe on Friday. Okay, so now we have seen indentation. Indentation is nothing but so the spacing. So the spacing after any control statements or functions or loop statements, that time we have to use at least one character, one space, that is indentation. And then comments, how to add comments in Databricks notebook. So we have seen inline comments, multi-line comments, single line comments, and docstring. So if we use three strings, if some text is surrounded by three strings, if you are not assigning to any variable, that is also comment. So what Python this PySpark will do, so it will execute it, but it won't assign it to any variable. It will consider it as comments only. And we have seen variables, so we no need to declare the variables. So whenever you assign some value to it, they are created. The schema, the data type also inferred by the Python itself. We don't need to forcefully declare the data type in Python. Also, it is case sensitive, and also we can assign multiple times say to the same variable, but it will store the recent value only. Okay, and then what we are seeing, yeah. So we can use single quotes or double quotes for string, and both are same. And if I on inside some text, if they are surrounded by double quotes, you should not use double quotes here. You can use single quotes. If some text is surrounded by single quotes, you should not use same single quotes again. You can use double quotes. Okay. So how to deal with this type of text invalid characters, we will see on Friday. So no worries. What can we discuss next? Okay, guys. Tomorrow, what we can do, we can discuss global variables, local variables, and data types and strings and everything we will discuss tomorrow. Because today is the first session, right? And also today we have some interruption due to Wi-Fi connectivity and power. So if you have any questions, we can discuss for some time. Otherwise, we can end the session. So today's session is for just how to create a notebook. So you go to you search like, okay. So in your here search like Databricks. So I suggest you to Databricks Community Edition. Just you need to give your what email. That's it. So in that to that email, it will send 6-digit code. If you enter, you can come to here. You will come to here, redirected to this page. And first you have to create some compute. Click on this compute, create this compute. So once you create compute, you are now you can use the Databricks. So you under this workspace, you will be created. Go to users, you will be created whatever with the email ID you log in. Under that email ID, you can create some notebooks and you can work on it. And I suggest you to use Databricks Community Edition for practicing Python also. Don't use Google Colab or other tools, okay? Because so you will be habituated to this Databricks, right? Maybe we can discuss from second week what is Databricks, how can we do transformation from second week. But you will be habituated by that time, how to create this cluster and how we can use these notebooks. Okay. If you have any questions, we can discuss for next 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise, we can end the session.
Yes. Gopi, how to import this libraries?
Yeah. So how to
It's
import?
inbuilt or we
Like,
need to import those things?
okay. So whenever you are working on something, then that time, okay, maybe I want to import column function. So you can import like from So that we can discuss in second week. That's why PySpark dot SQL dot. You don't know what is PySpark. You don't know what is this SQL now. So that's why I'm not. So we have this library. So we have this library. From this library, we can import all this. Import column function, some if you have some aggregation function, and if you have some count function, you can import like this. So this is the module. From this module, you can from this library. This is default library for Databricks, PySpark.SQL.function. From this library, you can import all the required libraries. Okay. So if you want to import any data types from PySpark.SQL.types, you can import string, integer, float. All this you can import from this PySpark.SQL.types.
Okay. As of now, for this basics, Python basics, we don't require any
That's why. So
any
for
we
this
don't
Python
require any
basics, we don't require any
Okay.
libraries. That's why I did not discuss. Whenever we
Okay.
discuss PySpark architecture and Databricks architecture, and we work on some transformation, that time I will show you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So you understood, right? How to create this notebook? How can we use this indentation, comments, and variables? This is basic class. So yeah, we discuss what is the difference between ADF and DADB. So why we use ADB for transformation. Okay. So whenever we discuss architecture, Spark architecture, that time it will be more clear why we are using Databricks.
Gopi,
Yes.
actually, Azure account subscription is over. So do I need to create another Microsoft account for another free subscription? Or
If
like
you-
I can add a credit card in the same account, like
No, no.
another credit card.
No. So if that free account subscription for 1 month if it is completed, then what you can do, so you can create one more, you can use one more debit or credit card, you can use one more email ID, and you can create one more free account.
And also,
You
do I need
cannot
to,
continue on same account which you have created.
so I can add another credit card on the same account.
Another credit or debit card on the same, not on the same account. That's what. So you have to create one more
with the
account.
new.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. So for
And
this,
also like my subscription is over, but I can see some costs is cutting from that free trial. So do I need to delete the databases and all the things I have created there?
Correct. If you have created some SQL database and if you are not running also, they will be charged some. That's why they are cutting. So whenever you are not using them, then you can delete them or suspend them.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will be charged.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. From Wednesday, we will have 2 hour session, complete full-fledged, and we won't discuss. So today we have discussed some general topics, right? So from Wednesday, what I will do, so we will discuss only Python class on Wednesday and Friday, so that we can complete Python basics. Then we can move to PySpark architecture. So that we cannot waste our time. Okay.
Hello, Gopi sir.
Yes.
In